Hello family! As a PE Science sponsored athlete, part of my job is to tell you guys about the products, make sure you guys are aware of what my favorite flavors are, because come on, that's like the most important thing, obviously. To make you guys aware of like what products that I'm using, what products that would help benefit you. That's part of my job as a sponsored athlete. I do have a PE Science product review video that I made like way back when I started my YouTube channel. I just watched it. It's freaking terrible. Please don't watch it. It's very embarrassing. I am going to redo the PE Science product review video for you guys because they have some new products, I have some new favorite flavors, and I want to be able to share with you guys. Just as a quick disclaimer for this video, before I get any comments about products and how you don't necessarily need them, you don't necessarily need any products. As a sponsored athlete, I do get commission based off of sales. That's pretty much the same for across the board for almost all supplement companies who have sponsored athletes. The sponsored athletes who have a discount code get commission. So yes, it's probably helpful to me if you guys use my code and get the products and stuff, but I'm also not gonna sit here and tell you that you need particular products. That would not be right of me. That's not correct. You guys know that I only promote what I believe in, and I only promote the most reliable information out there. I try my best to be really honest and transparent with you guys. So as a disclaimer, I just want to make sure you know that you don't need any products. Supplements are something that you can use to supplement your regimen. If you're not already tracking your macros or on a specific nutrition plan or on a specific training plan, and you don't already have those foundation things set up, adding in supplements is basically like trying to do calculus 2 without even having had addition and subtraction yet. You need to lay down the foundation work and the groundwork before you start adding in supplements to your regimen. But I do know that a lot of you are probably a little bit more advanced. You might already have a regimen, a training regimen, and you want to take things to the next level. And that is where supplements do come in, and they can be helpful to you, and they can aid in the process that you're trying to make happen. So let's go ahead and get started with protein. My favorite PE Science product is PE Science Select Protein. You guys see me use this in all my videos. Protein is not a supplement necessarily. I consider protein a food. Protein is a protein source. So if you're tracking your macros, or if you're not tracking your macros and you just need to hit a certain amount of protein every single day, which as humans, you do need to hit a certain amount of protein every single day to make sure that your body is functioning properly. I actually made an Instagram post about protein recently. Let me get it up quick. So I have my little Instagram post up. It's just a little educational post about protein. Protein does not just help you build muscle. It's not the only function that it has in the body. Protein builds and repairs tissues, including muscle, hair, skin, eyes, organs. Protein in itself is created of amino acids. Amino acids create all these things. They provide energy, regulate your immune system, regulate your hormones like insulin, leptin, thyroid stimulating hormone. All of those hormones play a really big role in your body when you're either losing fat or gaining muscle, and they work as an enzyme to fuel bodily processes. If you're a human, you need a certain amount of protein every single day, so having a protein powder helps you hit your protein macros for the day. In terms of my favorite flavors of protein, I've always kind of talked about the Snickerdoodle. I think white chocolate mint has replaced my love for Snickerdoodle. I use Snickerdoodle as like my go-to like every single time. If I don't have anything else that I want, it's always Snickerdoodle. White chocolate mint tastes like a white chocolate Ghirardelli square. A lot of people are kind of grossed out by mint flavors. It's a really subtle mint flavor. Like my friend Ari, she's also a PE Science athlete. She hates white chocolate mint anything, and I find that really funny because I love it, but that's okay, Ari. Probably my third favorite, aside from Snickerdoodle and white chocolate mint, where is it? Is actually the gourmet vanilla. It's really good. It doesn't taste like a proteiny vanilla. It really does taste like vanilla bean. If you guys know what that flavor tastes like, it's like a really strong vanilla bean flavor. It's not like a gross proteiny vanilla. And last but not least, my other favorite, probably fourth on the list, but I do like peanut butter cup. It kind of tastes like a Reese's, and it's really good if you guys are interested in like more of a chocolatey flavor. We are going to move on to Amino IV. This is the watermelon flavor. It's my favorite. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Protein, like I said before, has a lot of different functions in your body. You need protein and amino acids to function properly. When you're training pretty hard and you're in a particular training regimen, you're working out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times a week, you're building your muscles up and then you're breaking them down. You're breaking them down during your training and they need to be built back up again, and that is in the form of amino acids. So you need plenty of those to help that process of muscle protein synthesis. So you can take amino acids during your workout, or you can also take them throughout the day after your protein-based meals, which helps the process of muscle protein synthesis. Take some amino acids and make some gains. I've been getting so many questions about Ergonine. Ergonine is not an amino acid. It does not replace your BCAAs at all. It actually has completely different ingredients in it, and a lot of people are asking, like, what are the ingredients in it? Why do I need it? Again, you don't need anything. However, Ergonine does have creatine in it, which is, I think, pretty essential for if you're someone who's training pretty regularly and you're trying to build muscle and you're trying to change your body. People, especially females, are pretty terrified of creatine, and creatine is actually one of the most studied supplements. So I'm gonna go ahead and link a podcast down below about creatine that you guys can listen to if you're still skeptical about whether or not you should be taking it. Ergonine has this in it in the proper dosage, so if you take Ergonine, you don't have to take an extra creatine supplement. If you don't want to take Ergonine, PEScience does have its own creatine supplement. So you can go ahead and get that if you don't want this as well, but I highly recommend the Ergonine. Also has betaine and L-carnitine in it and a couple of other ingredients. Those are just some basic products that you would normally get separately that help you with recovery. Again, all inside of Ergonine. It's all-encompassing, all-inclusive formula. It enhances recovery. Glutamine, alanine, betaine, increases lean body mass. So you can take Ergonine and Amino IV any time of the day. It really, if you decide to take it at a particular time of the day, the timing of it is really probably like 0.0001% going to make a difference. So I usually just put it in my jug in the morning and sip on it throughout the day, and it has a really nice flavor to it. In terms of my favorite flavors, I am going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say that iced tea is my favorite flavor. I don't have it with me right now, but I've tried all of them, and iced tea is like really tasty. It does taste like normal iced tea. It's kind of sweet and I like it, but it doesn't blend any particular color. The potency of it is really good for me, and I put it in my jug, 1 scoop of it, and it makes it just perfectly iced tea. It's so great. It's like on a hot summer day and you make a jug of iced tea that you like pass out to your family. It's like that. It's really good. Next favorite flavor is probably Tropical Twist, and it's not super potent. The flavor is really nicely blended and it blends nicely with water. It doesn't get all grainy or anything. Next favorite flavor is Nannaberry, and this one's a little bit more potent of the flavor, but it's still really like a nice tasty berry flavor. It's not overly banana-y. Also Blue Frost, and you can also get Ergonine in a non-flavor. You can get it like a plain just powder, mixable powder that you can just put in your water throughout the day or just sip on it once, because those are just supplements that you would just be taking separately anyway. One of my favorite PEScience products on the market right now in general is the High Volume. High Volume is a non-stimulant pre-workout formula. So if you are taking a pre-workout already that you really like, or if you don't work well with pre-workouts, or if you can't take caffeine when you're training, or if you're training late and you don't want to have any stimulants in your pre-workout, this is a really awesome supplement choice for you. It has no stimulants in it, but it is a nitric oxide booster. In layman's terms, it really just means it opens your blood vessels. It's a vasodilator. When the blood vessels are opened up when you're training and you're like pumping blood into the muscle, the blood vessels kind of open up and then more blood can go into your muscle, and you can get a better, what we like to call in the industry, a pump. The pump is real. I don't have a pump right now. It's so sad. I need some High Volume and some bicep curls. I did notice that it made a huge difference in my training, and I honestly don't like training without it. But my favorite flavors of High Volume are Cotton candy, like number one, pretty much way up here. And then I also really like the Paradise Cooler and the Raspberry Lemonade. High volume, you take 30 minutes before you train, and you also can mix it with a pre-workout product. Which leads me to PEScience's stimulant pre-workout product, Alphamine. Your Alphamine is going to be your stimulant pre-workout. So if you want that clean stream of energy during your training, especially if you're like lower calorie, you're in a deficit, you're not really feeling up to training. If you need a consistent stream of energy, Alphamine is gonna be your go-to. Alphamine contains, let's find out how much caffeine. 125 milligrams of caffeine, and it also is a thermogenic product. So Alphamine is a fat burner. It's not just a pre-workout, it's not just caffeine, it's not the same thing as just drinking a coffee. It also has fat burning ingredients in it as well, so I would assess your tolerance of the Alphamine. If you get any of the sample packets from PEScience are gonna be 2 scoops of Alphamine. Make sure you're either taking like half of that, or if you get this, take half a serving, half a regular scoop, just to start off with. Assess your tolerance, see where you're at, see how you react to it. That is actually what you should do with any kind of new product that you take. Take half of a serving of it before you decide to go full anti and then take a full 2 scoops and freak the In terms of any fat burner, you do have to cycle off of them every like 8 to 10 weeks or so, and if you're in a deficit for 2 to 3 months, you can probably drag that out a little bit longer, but after a while your fat burner or your stimulant product is going to work less and less, and it's going to take a bigger toll on your adrenal system. The more caffeine, the more stimulants that you have, the harder that your adrenal system has to work. I know this is really sciencey for you guys, but just pay attention to how much caffeine that you're having, how much stimulants that you're inputting into your body can cause your body a little bit of stress. So I would recommend staying on a fat burning or stimulant product for like 8 to 10 weeks tops, and then cycle off of it for 2 to 4 to 6 weeks or so, depending on how much you think you need it. And I've actually been off Alphamine for a while, and I'll take it every once in a while if I'm feeling kind of draggy, but I am in my off season still, so I don't necessarily need a stimulant pre-workout product or a fat burner at the moment. Favorite flavors of Alphamine probably would have to be margarita. It mixes really well with high volume. Now, another fat burning product that I don't have to show you here with me at the moment because I'm not taking it, it's called Norcodrene. So I'm gonna put in a picture right over here of what Norcodrene actually looks like, but Norcodrene is very similar to Alphamine. It is a pill version, so you don't have to take a powder, or it has no flavor, it's a pill, but it also has appetite suppressant and mood enhancing ingredients in it. Again, I'm not gonna bore you guys with the ingredients, but through my experience, that's definitely what it has in it. During my prep, I would take it in the morning. Like on an empty stomach before I started eating my food for the day, and it would just kind of like get me going. It would get me in a good mood. It would make me kind of pay more attention to what's going on around me as opposed to being kind of drained. I would also feel less hungry before I started eating in the morning, which was really helpful, especially when you're low calorie. You can take Norcodrene and Alphamine on the same day. I wouldn't recommend taking them at the same time. For me personally, I would take Norcodrene in the morning, and then I would train in the afternoon with my Alphamine. Again, high caffeine dosages throughout the day, pay attention to that. I don't want anyone to just like take Alphamine and Norcodrene at the same exact time and then have a panic attack and die because your heart is beating so fast, so please be careful, disclaimer there. Another cool product that PEScience just came out with is called TruCDP. So this is a cognitive aid, and it's a nootropic. It just helps your brain function better, it just helps your attention span, especially when you're low calorie. Like I said beforehand, it just kind of helps your brain function a little bit better. I would recommend giving this a try. It's a really cool product. Another product that I've talked about before, Genoflex. So Genoflex is a new PEScience product. It is a joint support product for athletes. So a lot of joint support products out there are really created more for the older population, the elderly who have weak joints just from like stress throughout the years, and they're not created necessarily for an athlete who is putting a lot of pressure on their joints daily, more pressure than usual from training. PEScience created a product for athletes that helps your joint support. So if you're feeling if you're feeling pain in your joints and stuff from training, this could be something that could help you out as well. There are some other PEScience products on the website. I'm going to link the website directly below. So if you guys have any further questions about the PEScience products, they will be on the website. You can read about them instead of hearing me talk about them. So if you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a nice thumbs up. Go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you guys have ordered through PEScience and what you guys are planning on ordering after watching this video. Like I always say, you can use my discount code Amanda if you want to get 30% off of your order. And that's gonna be about it. Catch you guys in the next video.